Going to finish angels and masters and using vibratory energy to get closer to them. We're going to sum up by talking about not Sherry Edwards' scientific correlations between emotions and colors, but information found in antiquity in the ancient mystery schools. They talked about each lesson or each ray having a lesson, and it's associated with a color. Blue is the lesson of power, will, protection, faith. Orange, creative expression, internal strength, common sense, and keen intellect. The angel associated with orange is Cassiel, the Ascended Masters, Dalai Lama, Sri Samaji Sakananda Ganapathy, and Sai Baba. Green, truth, healing, abundance, science. Pink, love, adoration, creativity, and compassion. Yellow, wisdom, understanding. Violet, freedom, ceremony, mercy, purity, and transmutation. White, purity, discipline, harmony. Although I just read all the beautiful gifts associated with the rays and the higher beings that are also associated with the rays, in duality there is also a challenge associated with each. And I'm going to simply relay a story of Donna Edens, a well-known energy healer. She can see not only people's auras, but their fundamental tone or fundamental color, same thing. In the 1940s, 50s, particularly 40s, she saw a lot of people radiating the color green. Green corresponds with abundance, truth, healing. And during this time, United States became a world power and became very rich. Companies such as Ford Motor, General Motors, Kodak, Chrysler, etc. became very big, and our country became rich and famous. The final exam would be the Depression. You have abundance and then lack. Next, Donna Eden, a resident of the United States, saw most people in our country radiating the color blue, especially women. During this time, many people had large families. Spare the rod and spoil the child ceased to become good parenting. In fact, it was now known as abuse. Nurturing and support was expected instead. Rather than beat a child for a bad report card, he now gets a tutor. Social Security starts. I was up and running, funding for handicaps up and running. A lot of the benefits for poor people and different disabilities become available in the 50s. The final exam for nurturing would be World War II, in which Hitler was enabled. People saw him coming, and when earlier they had a chance to smack him down, they didn't for a host of reasons. And that's the challenge with blue. People are so accepting and nurturing, they nurture people into things that they can't deal with. They enable bad things. Next, Donna Eden saw most people radiating the color violet. The hippies, the freedom marches, the flower children. During this time, for the first time in the United States, people questioned the government, brought out its shortcomings, and demanded transformation. During this time period, the German Wall fell, and some communist countries. Again, violet being about freedom, transformation, purity. The challenge to violet, the downside in the world of duality, would be terrorism, a huge challenge on many, many levels to the lack of freedom. And we as a race will overcome it. I'm going to go through the rays and give you the chohans, which is the ancient term for like person in charge or being in charge. And for the ascended masters, blue, Ella Moria, orange, no, yellow, excuse me, Lord Lanto, pink, Paul the Venetian, white, Serapis Bey, green, Hilarion, purple, gold, and ruby, Jesus, violet, Saint Germain. That's coming from one mystery school. And as time changes, sometimes you'll find the beings change. Again, as I said earlier, the return of ancient, powerful, ascended masters from Atlantis has happened. And all of those are or were with us in the early parts of Atlantis. Now we're going to do the same kind of hierarchy for the angels. The first, and this is according to the Kabbalah, and I couldn't find my notes earlier, so I'm ready now. The first sphere, the heavenly counselors. In one category is the seraphim. They're the closest to God, and they carry out God's wishes. They're very intense. When depicted in antiquity, they look like they have 4 faces and 6 wings. There's 4 great seraphim. The cherubim, when depicted in antiquity, look more like a sphinx, not fat little babies. They keep records and they take care of art and music and ancient things. When you get down to another category, you get into the heavenly governors. The dominions, another group of angels, carry out the seraphim's orders. Think of them as middlemen. Zadkiel is chief. The virtues look like little flashes of shiny metallic light. They bring God's blessings, miracles. They inspire artists and musicians, scientists. They also help with healing and healers. The next group is called powers. They're the guardians between heaven and earth, the angels that help us at birth and at death. They remove demons. The third and final group or category of angels, according to antiquity, is called heavenly messengers. This group composed of 3 groups of angels, principalities. They govern countries, nations, towns, hospitals. They sometimes look like rays of light, sometimes called Elohim. The archangels is another category. This group of angels looks like humans with wings. They are primarily concerned with mankind and things that affect mankind. In just the category of angels. Angels are intermediaries between God and us. They help us in our daily life and with all the things that we need. Our guardian angel would be in this category. Angels, we talked before, are very single purpose oriented. They stay on task. There are angels for most everything you could think of. There's an angel for joy, for healing, for abundance, for relationships, for love, for learning, you name it. And there's an angel in that category. You can call angels according to their purpose and also your purpose. I mean, like, how convenient, how good can it get? Next, we're just going to experiment with some ways to get closer, strengthen the energy of angels and masters around us. One is gratitude. If you could think of having a perfume that just was like magic and it attracted angels and masters, gratitude is it. When you feel them around, you want it stronger, feel grateful for their presence and watch the frequencies amplify. Another way to increase your awareness is to use a little thing I have on my website, jillswingsoflight.com, called a sound and light machine. You can find them in other places as well. This machine puts frequencies in your eyes and ears. It will attune your brain waves to theta and delta brain waves and create whole brain functioning. By doing this many, many times, like every day for like a year and a half, you will learn and memorize frequencies of theta and delta. By doing this, then you can go to those frequencies often, for you have practiced them by simply doing the meditations. And then you'll find that you go to them easily and automatically. What's exciting about that? All your psychic skills, including communicating, contacting, connecting with angels and masters, occurs while you're awake and experiencing theta brainwaves. This is a very powerful machine. Also, while you're in theta brainwaves, your body goes into homeostasis and repairs. So if you don't sleep well at night, you can undo a lot of the lack of sleep by spending a few minutes on the machine. Incredible we have such things available to us. There are several other exercises. One is talking in languages of light. I think I've done this before on some of these tapes. And I'd like to just teach you a little to do it. I'll do it right now. Animals love it when angels are around. That's my doggies. And I don't know if you want to take the tape back and pay attention to how that feels. You'll find that when you channel languages of light, it's easier to learn to channel because you're not worried about making sense nor what the words say. My dog is all excited because an angel went through me. A good place to do it is in the shower, in the car when you're alone, when you won't be embarrassed by just seemingly having random sounds coming out of your mouth. I'd like you to try it and work on it. Just let your mouth go and just feel kind of nonsensical sounds coming out of your mouth. And that's an easy way to get into channeling, which is allowing an angel or a master to speak through you. We're going to wrap up with one exercise. We're going to go into meditation. So I ask you to close your eyes and go there with me. Here we go. Our back is on that of a pine tree. And we're underneath this pine tree, feeling the energy run up and down our spine to our head. feeling so connected to earth, yet feel the energies of heaven coming down in. We're going to ask the angels to come in and stroke our aura and just leave little fluffy balls of light and make us feel really good. So I'm going to be silent right now, and I want you to pay attention and simply use your imagination and feel them. Hmm. Anytime you want to know the presence of the angel, feel free to ask them to stroke your aura. Then you know they're there. While you're in this space, ask questions and see what comes to mind. For example, you could say, what is the most healing color for me to wear today? Is it blue? And see how you feel. Is it pink? And see how you feel. And so forth. And notice that the answer will come to you. Come to you as your own thought, for they can think a thought near you, and you'll pick up the vibration and feel the same thought. You're tempted to say, oh, that's not that me, that's not them, that's just me. Yeah, it's you. But they started the vibration. So as above, so below. The stronger rhythm overcomes the lesser. And so they think something strongly around you, and then you start to think it too. And if you feel their presence, it is their presence. Well, it's been wonderful working with the angels. And I'm going to end with channeling an angel. And we've done the masters in the class uh, for Atlantis. So I'll do an angel here. Blessings. I greet you from the heavenly spheres. We have known who will be doing this class way ahead. We have chosen who will work with you and who you we can see into the future, who you will select. We're excited at this reunion. This reunion has occurred in many lifetimes. Think of it as a recurring rhythm of rhyme, of poetry. Again we come to sing, play, make music, and make love in high frequencies in the earth. We are stronger than you, yet we cannot come in without being invited. Know this, an angel will not interfere unless you ask. Please ask us. Ask us every day. And asking every angel for the rest of your life tends to wear off. You need to ask us for help so that we know you're paying attention, so that we can develop our relationship. We're so excited to be with you. We bless you. We hold you in our hands always. We sing to you. And when you sing to us. Let us to be together in joyous union. Blessings.